this all the time, right? Where people are like, oh, I looked at these fighters that are fighting in BFL or UFC or wherever. And it's like, I'm good. I know I can beat that guy. He does this, I'm gonna do this. Look at this, he does this wrong, right? But could you do what it takes in order to get there? And you come into a gym, under my gym, it's like 2 to 3 years generally, depending on how hard you work. But if you've trained a lot already, it just depends on what your level is. Where if you've trained at a really good gym, okay, you probably come in and it's like, oh, and you train for 3 years, 5 years, right? And you come in, you're like ready to fight. It's just like, okay, we need to find you a fight and book it and all that stuff. Now, I need to see you in the program for a while before I can make that, until I can determine or figure out how good you are, right? You're both pretty athletic. I've seen you strike. I haven't really seen you striking that much. I grappled with both of you. You guys have... You're not at zero, that's for sure. I know you've trained for quite some time, but we also have a lineup of fighters at my gym too, right? So a lot of guys, like there's not a lot of fights right now, but they're starting. We've got a couple more organizations that have popped up, so things are getting a little busier now. I need to see you guys in the gym all the time for like 3 months minimum before I can even determine whether or not you're good enough to fight. Right? And then after that, okay, we'll start looking for amateur fights or maybe you're at a tournament level, right? Like below amateur fighting is like this tournament circuit, which, yeah, so right now there's April 6th, there's the BC Open that's coming up. I've got a bunch of the members gonna do it. Okay, not the fight team, they're already past that, but the regular members and the teens and the kids, they're gonna do it. It's a striking tournament. It's like a karate tournament, really it's kickboxing, right? They're 2-minute rounds and it's a tournament. So you have 1 2-minute round against a guy. 3 judges will tell you, say who won or lost, and then if you lost, you're out. If you won, you move on. Yeah, you get another fight. Sometimes you get 7, 8 fights. If you're in a division that has a lot of people, you get 7, 8 fights. Right? Yeah, but they're only, 1 day, but they're 2 minutes. Each one is 2 minutes long. So it's like 7 or 8 rounds, really. It's 1 round fight, right? So, yeah, there's a bunch of people going to do that April 6th. Okay, so I haven't seen your striking yet, but you're definitely good enough in striking that you can do that tournament for sure. That's something to start with, right? And then how you act in that tournament, how you perform in that tournament, right, is going to tell me a lot more about, okay, are you ready to fight or not, right?
Stages of BFL fighters in his weight, and he's thinking that it's easy to fight.
For BFL specifically, that's not an easy one to get into, at least not under me, because I have a lineup of guys, right, that are trying to get into it. That it's gonna take time. Like I need you to be here in the program for a long time, and like I know you guys are. I know you have some belts and you have some experience, but there's certain things where like I need you to have my system. If you go and fight without my system, I won't even know what to tell you. You know, I'll be telling you things and you won't know how to do them. It just won't be connected, right? So it takes time. It takes time. I'm not saying it's going to take you 2 years, 3 years. BFL is established, you know, and this city is there. People are good here, man. People are very good here. Yeah, you got to train. Like I hear this all the time, right? Where people are like, oh, I looked at these fighters that are fighting in BFL or UFC or wherever. And it's like, I'm good. I know I can beat that guy. I know if he does this, I'm gonna do this. Look at this. He does this wrong, right? But could you do what it takes in order to get there? Because that is way harder than the actual fight. Can you be consistent enough in training that you're able to get a fight booked? Well, are you able to make the sacrifices in your life so that you're able to train enough so that you can get a fight booked, right? That's the hardest part. Like a lot of people are good enough to fight in the UFC, but they don't fight in the UFC because they never did all the things that they need to do to get there. Right? Just having the skill is just a piece of the puzzle. That's good. That's perfect. Okay, because if you're not really into it, you shouldn't do it at all. Right? It's not easy and it's hard and it hurts. So if you're not into it, don't do it. But if you are into it and you're gonna do it, you gotta like give everything. You should be the first person here. right? You should be the last person to leave. I should be having to kick you out the door. I'm like, man, I gotta lock the door. You're like, one more second. I'm one more round on the bag, right? Then I'm like, oh fuck, this guy really wants it, you know? And then I'm like, okay, well, I want to try to help him somehow. You're already doing a lot of the right things, right? You have good striking. You're good. You're pretty good on the ground, right? You kind of know what you're doing. You found a good gym. You're at a good gym.
Yeah.
You have experience. So now all you really have to do is come to class as much as possible, right? And then I'm going to be able to give you knowledge, right? And teach you things that are going to help you get to the next level. And once you're at that next level, and I see that you're committed, that you're really, really trying, then I'll book you a fight. But I need to see you. I used to look all the time when people would come in, and I'd be like, oh, that guy's really talented. Like, it's easy to teach them things. They're very explosive, very strong, very fast, just gifted, you know? And I used to think, oh, that guy's gonna be champion. Almost never are those people the people that become champion. Yeah. Now, when people come into the gym, I just look at how hard they work. How hard they work and how often they're here. Those are the two biggest factors. My best guy ever is not that physically talented. He was just so dedicated. Literally almost gave his life for it. You know, he healed himself, but he's still fighting. This guy's very, 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 very good. Very good. The most important thing is just mat time. Be here. Be on the mats as long as possible. This guy here in the red shirt.
It's so easy for me to follow training.
He's really, really good. And when the first year that he was here, he was young. He was like 19 when he first came here. He would literally be at the gym from like, we used to be open more, but he would come into the gym for 6 a.m. class. And he would just bring his bag and his school books and stuff, and he would do school because he was in university, he's still in university. But he would be doing his schoolwork and then train, and then back to schoolwork and then train. He would be there all day until like 10 p.m. For a year. For a year, he did that. And now he trains a little smarter because as we get older, we get more responsibilities. You can't just be there all day. But right, that's the kind of work ethic. That's the kind of work ethic. Yeah, that we need. Yeah, because also like if I book you a fight, that's me like putting my stamp on you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now you're my fighter,
you.
right? And we have a reputation, right? That I'd like it to continue. Our guys do very well, right? We produce good fighters. Not like we always win. Nobody always wins.
Yeah.
But I've never put anybody into a fight and then somebody was like, oh man, why are they in there? Not like I'm saying you guys would be like that, but I don't know until I've seen you for long enough, right? I just have to see and make sure and then fix little holes, right?
Yeah.
Fix the little holes, make you like complete, right? Yeah, come back tomorrow.
If you want to fight in MMA like this right now, this is the perfect time to sign up for my Pro Fight Guide. Every single video that I ever release, including the anti-wrestler guide, which is like 70 plus videos. We got the MMA basics course that we're building right now, getting new videos out there every single week. This is my 22 years of MMA experience bottled up in one package. I fought in the UFC. I train elite guys. Ali Wasuk just won the belt. BFL Bantamweight champion. If you want to be like this guy, get into this course right now. You also get access to my private community. You'll be able to talk directly to me. Send me things that you're struggling with. Say you're getting armbarred by everybody, getting smashed by wrestlers, you're getting ground and pounded, whatever the situation is, let me know and I will personally help you. I can send you videos. You can send me your training videos, but I'm not letting too many more people in, so get in now before we close it off forever.